Hi, thanks for tuning in to Mad Minds TV. This week's study is on decision making. 7 scholarly papers reviewed, and I gravitated towards a paper called Surviving Disruption, Nature-Inspired Solutions. The paper was published in 2022 and it was written by Swain and Nadjib Brahimi. This paper made my brain tingle based off how it looked at natural disasters and how animals survive natural disasters. And it asked the question, can we take that logic and theory and apply it to business? I'm paraphrasing from here. The paper starts off highlighting how the pandemic became a global threat to business. It broke the supply chains and it caused businesses to operate differently and strategize differently. Then the paper looks at that and asks the question, can we identify how nature and animals survive natural disasters and then apply that to business? It then goes on to use terms we've all heard before, which are fight, flight, freeze, flop, and then flock. Fight is when a business or organization assesses themselves. I have the resources, I have the knowledge, and I have the network to take control of this situation. Flight is the exact opposite. Do not have the resources, network, and or knowledge, and it's time to escape. Freeze. I'm just going to watch and observe and see what happens next. And then you have flop. That's when a business and or organization has been in freeze mode for too long. It realized it should have went into flight mode a while ago, however it's stuck. At this point in time, the business can either play dead or posture itself in a position that's non-threatening. And then the last one is flock. It's when a business does an assessment and it makes a determination that they're better off grouping up with other businesses in their area and or their industry. After that, the paper shows a very nice diagram. The diagram has the disaster, response, preparedness, as well as recovery. And then it shows a risk control model to highlight and identify risk and then mitigate it. Then the paper moves on to questions a business and or organization may want to ask themselves to increase the probability that they'll survive during the next disaster, whether it's natural or not. And then lastly, the paper offers an amazing logic tree full of questions a business may want to ask themselves. And the logic tree starts off with the disaster, a question, and it gives you yes or no answers. And based off my interpretation of this model, it goes fight mode, freeze, then it goes flock, then it goes flight, and then it goes flop. I found this paper very easy to read and very informative. However, there's so much more information to this paper that was not put in this video based off the time. Do me a favor, read it and let me know if you interpretate it differently than I. If you're looking for a paper that provides information on how to potentially survive the next disaster or adjust your business model or just make your brain tingle and think a little bit outside the box, definitely check this paper out. Thanks again for checking out Mad Minds TV. The next video won't be out until the beginning of November because of my class schedule. I have a writing class, I have a research class, I have residency, I have this business, and then I'm doing some business related travel for research purposes. However, I truly appreciate it for all the feedback and guidance you've provided. As always, we're going to do a little bit differently this time. Stay well, be mad. Thanks again, and I'll see you in November. Bye-bye.